You ever wonder what happens when a nurse who just finished a double shift checks into your midterm rental and leaves her badge on the counter? That little badge might be carrying way more baggage than her suitcase because healthcare workers sometimes bring home paperwork, laptops, or notes that count as protected health information, also known as PHI. Here's the plain truth though, HIPAA is not really aiming at you as the host. HIPAA mainly regulates hospitals, clinics, insurance companies, and their business partners, not the person renting out a cozy guest suite for 30 nights. But before you do a little victory dance, let us talk about why this topic still matters. Even if the law does not point directly at you, the traveling nurse or doctor staying in your unit still has a professional duty to protect that information. And your space becomes the stage where that duty gets tested. Picture your rental like a movie set. The plot is confidential, the props are laptops and paperwork, and you, the host, are basically the background extra who still needs to know not to trip over the cables. So, what could actually go wrong? If a traveling respiratory therapist leaves patient charts printed out on your dining table and your cleaning crew snaps a photo for social media, that becomes a real problem. And it becomes your host reputation on the line too. Let us simplify this to a 5th grade level because that is basically how simple it should feel. Think of PHI like a secret diary that belongs to someone else, and your rental is just the room where the diary happens to be sitting for a few weeks. Wi-Fi security matters more than people think. If your network is about as protected as a screen door in a hurricane, and a traveling clinician logs into a hospital system from your rental, weak security could become an unintentional data leak. Smart locks and cameras are wonderful for hosts, but here comes the twist nobody expects. If your indoor camera happens to catch a laptop screen showing patient names, congratulations, you just became an accidental character in a HIPAA nightmare you never signed up for. History has shown us that healthcare breaches often happen not through dramatic hackers in hoodies, but through boring mistakes like unsecured trash, forgotten printouts, or unlocked devices. Your rental can either be the boring safe background or the accidental villain origin story. Let us bust a common myth right now. Many hosts assume signing a HIPAA agreement with a guest is required, but in most standard short-term or mid-term rental situations, that is not actually necessary unless you are functioning as a formal business associate. Instead of legal paperwork gymnastics, the real move is common sense preparation. Offer a locking drawer or small safe, keep interior cameras out of workspaces, and make sure your Wi-Fi has a strong password instead of Welcome 123 from 2015. Community hosts who cater to traveling medical staff often mention one golden rule: respect their need for privacy and quiet workspace, because a nurse who worked 12 hours straight does not want Big Brother energy watching her chart notes. Here's the deeper why behind all this. Trust is the real currency in hosting healthcare travelers, because word spreads fast in medical staffing circles about which hosts respect boundaries and which ones do not. Think about it like Yelp reviews, but for HIPAA vibes. A single privacy mishap could turn into a review that scares off an entire hospital's traveling staff roster faster than a bad Tinder date story. So the takeaway is simple: prepare smart, respect boundaries, secure your Wi-Fi, and treat every guest's laptop like it is guarding state secrets, because for medical travelers, it kind of is. If you want to learn more about how we help hosts navigate midterm rentals the smart way, check out our links in the description.